This is the Sports Porch Black and Gold with your hosts, the technical director, the Grand Schwabini, and Hockey Jesus. Come on, Pittsburgh. Let's show a little Steelers, Penguins, and Pirates love. The Sports Porch Black and Gold starts now.
Welcome, everybody.
Yes. There we go. It's going to take a second for us to all catch up. But
we're here.
Here we are, the Sports Porch Black and Gold edition. It is a playoff Monday night football game. We've been waiting for all season, all week, the ups and downs, the Steelers and the Texans. I'm the technical director. This guy right here, that is the Grand. Yes. The Grand Schwabini.
Love that AI.
Been working out a little bit.
In the house. Yes.
Looking
if you're
good.
watching us live.
Yeah, looking good, Mark.
Thank you very much.
Looking good at 55.
I'm working on one for you down there, Hockey Jesus. It will show up in the morning. So don't worry about that. Next show, we'll be good to go there. That is Hockey Jesus. And if you're on YouTube watching us, thanks a lot. Hit that subscribe button at the Sports Porch Podcast. Subscribe there, man. This is going to be a hell of a show. Oh, and before I forget, we're going to be doing a post-game show too.
Woo!
Yeah. So
for all you late nighters.
It's a double header here on the porch.
For all you late nighters.
It's a marathon. I'm going to be cutting up reels and shorts until 2 a.m., which I did last
time.
So anyway,
you should.
Thanks for being here. Drop your comments. What are you thinking about? We're going to talk almost exclusively Steelers as we ride into this playoff game against the Texans, and we'll do some porch picks because there were some playoff games earlier. And
we'll have to double pick this game.
Yeah, that's right. Well, no, we don't have to double pick it because I have the picks.
Well, you don't know if the Steelers are going to be playing the Patriots or the Texans.
Oh, double picking that game. Yes,
the Patriots.
You're absolutely right. So,
unless you're Nostradamus,
the Monday night preview: Steelers 10-7 versus the Texans 12-5. I want to know what you think. Can the defense stop C.J. Stroud? Is that possible? And the only reason I bring that up is because we know what the defense has done in previous playoff games.
C.J. Stroud, by the way, is warming up with a basketball. Boy, if he doesn't realize this is a football game.
Yeah, I like what he's doing there. He's warming up with the basketball. Yeah. I like it.
Yeah. Yep. Maybe he's going to hit those 3-pointers. He's going to be shooting from 3-point land. No, listen.
That'll get you 15 yards.
What do you what say you? It is and I guess this leads to maybe a bigger question about the Texans offense in general, because you compare these teams offense to offense, defense to defense, and a lot of people are out there saying they're very, very similar. I don't know if they're very, very similar, but I know that productively they're kind of middle of the pack, so but Nico Collins, he burns the Steelers.
Yep, he can.
Does he?
Yeah.
In past games?
Yes.
He has.
Yes.
Has he? Okay.
He has burned the Steelers.
I think his rookie year, he torched us.
But yeah. JPJ that was his rookie year.
Yeah, but it was before he became
good.
Yeah.
So really he's not going up against anybody he played against before in their current state of playerness. Playerness, yes. Okay. Your current state as a professional player at the moment.
Right.
Yeah, he was just a rookie at that point. And, honestly, they weren't counting him to shut down corners. He wasn't a shutdown corner. They were playing more, zone defense at that point. So I don't know, man. I'll be completely transparent here. I am 100% worried about Houston just coming out and firing the ball and just totally taking it to us. And I think that could be a recipe for absolute disaster. To me, that's the worst thing that can happen is Houston doesn't come out and, they basically are conservative and they just run the ball. They get the first downs when they need to get the first downs. They're not chucking it deep. They're just, doing the conservative thing and kicking their field goals. I'm not worried about that. I'm worried about play action They can't get to Stroud, and Nico Collins is wide open 60 yards down the field.
Right.
That's the thing that's scaring the hell out of me right now, and it's the reason I got butterflies flying all over this big belly of mine.
You still have nightmares from the fourth quarter from last week.
I do, that's been the problem with the Steelers all year. That if they can get to the quarterback, they're fine. But if they don't get to the quarterback, there are two things that can happen. They get open. That good wide receivers get open deep, and okay wide receivers, in this case Dalton Schultz, can get open short, and they can just hit him for that 10-yarder every time. Boom, right over the linebacker. Boom, 10 yards. Boom, right over the linebacker, 10 yards. Okay, play action. Oh, look, Nico Collins is wide open in the middle of the end zone. Touchdown.
Yep. I'll tell you what.
That's what's scaring me. That's honestly, that's my biggest fear for tonight.
And that is scary. One thing, I'm going to give you some instant analysis. I have just witnessed the pregame workout routine of CJ Stroud.
I did notice
and I think that bodes well for our Steelers. CJ Stroud likes to push a basketball against the goalpost. And then he also likes to just take bands and, sort of
do flies. He was like going like this.
Pull them toward himself as if he's rowing a boat.
I don't know what that.
I haven't seen any throwing of the football. I mean, I'm liking our chances here.
Yeah, I don't know what that routine is about. That's a little bizarre.
It was bizarre.
Well, he's obviously warming up for a basketball game.
Right.
Well, he came to the right place,
and he is 0-2 in road playoff games.
Yes.
Thank you, Pat Off Track.
Which basically means
that out.
He's never won on the road in the playoffs.
He's not beat Kansas City, and he's not beat Baltimore on the road.
Nope.
Okay, subscribe on YouTube at the Sports Porch Podcast if you haven't done that already.
How do you feel about CJ Stroud there, TD?
I think I feel the same way everybody else does. I think it's obvious.
He's good, not great.
Well,
Did you agree?
Their line has had some questions. In the beginning of the year, he was running the ball more, and I think in the last 3 games or 4 games or something, he's only run for scrambled for 18 yards.
Yeah,
he's not a runner,
right?
He can,
he
but he
can,
doesn't.
but that's not what he wants to do.
Right?
Yeah.
Yes.
I mean, I think CJ Stroud has the potential to be the CJ Stroud he was his rookie year. It's there.
Mm-hmm.
There's something that the team is missing. And I think the issue with CJ Stroud is that you can't really pinpoint it. He seems like he has all the tools. He's got a very calm demeanor.
That's true.
He's good in the huddle. He can manage the offense. He's pretty accurate and throws a really good deep ball. It seems like he's got the tools. So what is missing on that team besides the obvious, which everybody says is Joe Mixon didn't play, but somehow yet they found a way to win 11 games and he didn't play in 3 of them. So
9 in a row.
Right. And I guess he can win this game.
You know what? I think what it is, honestly, he doesn't have the it factor.
Mm-hmm.
And that's what I'm saying is, the jury's kind of out for me on the it factor with him. I get it.
Yes,
I get it.
You're in agreement.
I don't really see it, but I did see it his rookie year. That year, everybody, including us, thought this is the it factor. And then maybe the reason is that we drafted him in our fantasy league his sophomore year. It's the curse of Wham.
Well, the whammy. He got whammy.
Come on.
Yeah, I mean, I can't say that we did him any justice. I think being part of our program sort of set him back a year.
Yeah.
He's recovered this year a little bit. No, but in all seriousness, look, he just doesn't scare you.
Right.
He doesn't scare. He's got such a nice little baby face too.
Yeah.
Yeah, he's got a Charlie Batch look. Like, he'd be nice to have a beer.
Right. Let's have a beer, Let's
But you don't look in his eyes and say that guy's a killer on the field.
No, you might even just sit down with him on a weekend and put on HGTV and watch a couple guys destroy a home that they're going to redo.
Mm-hmm.
Schwabini is a fitness expert, obviously, says Pat Off Track. Let's get some comments in here and maybe switch gears. Chris Chata back in the house on YouTube. Thanks, man, for being here. Really appreciate it. Do you think this could be a field goal-a-thon? That's a new term.
I love it.
The field goal-a-thon.
That's the Steelers byline.
Kind of sounds
Pittsburgh Steelers win field goal-a-thons.
Yeah, it sounds like a transformer too. So
it wouldn't surprise me. I mean, how many games have you watched of the Steelers in the past 5-10 years that have been a field goal game? A lot of them.
Yeah, and this kid for them is a field goal machine.
Yeah.
So,
I mean, I don't know. Right? I don't think it's going to be like that, though. I don't know who's going to win, but it's going to be somewhere in that like 28-14, 28-17 range, 28-24, something like that.
I don't know. I think here's my take on the Steelers winning. If they can get the 21 points, they're going to win. The other take to that is if the Steelers are down by more 10 points or more at halftime, they've lost. That's the way I feel about it.
You know, I was kind of thinking that. I was thinking the same way.
Just because they have such a terrible history in the playoffs. If they get off to a bad start, the fans are going to have nothing to cheer about. All that badness of that Cleveland Browns game comes back into play. That was the last time they played a home game.
Yeah, you get the booing on the 3 and out.
And you just like, why can't Tomlin, and then it's just a negative effect. Why can't Tomlin win a playoff game? Why can't Tomlin come out and why can't Tomlin have his players ready? Mm-hmm. You know, I think this is up to the Steelers to come out and take control of this game. And by that, I mean, stay in it till halftime. And then I'll be okay. Then we're good. You know, no matter what happens, I think if they're in it at halftime, we're in a dogfight till the end.
Speaking of field goals, Big Pun 5159 on YouTube. Hey, buddy, hit that subscribe button. Thanks for being here. Would really love to add you to the list. What are the odds Boswell misses a kick? I think the same as always.
Well, you know? Make it or you miss it. So
right.
50-50.
Yeah.
No, actually, I think they're probably pretty high. I was down by the river. I was down by the river today, and it's pretty windy down there. And on top of that, it's very cold. So, you know, when the wind blows off the lake like it does here in Pittsburgh, then it's hard to kick at the stadium. And I think it's going to be, I don't think it's going to be a factor, but I think it's going to keep people from wanting to kick, 55-yard field goals.
Right. Yeah. I think you're right. Yeah. I don't know, but I mean, I guess you could say Boz
has missed some field goals.
He's missed some field goals late in the year.
So his confidence is shaken, I think.
Could be.
Yeah. So
I think it's pretty high. It's higher than 50. I would say 75%.
Let's go back up here to Mike Lawrence on YouTube again. Before I kick this question out there, I want to thank you guys for being here. If you're on YouTube, really appreciate it. Click that subscribe button, hit notifications. You'll know every Monday night we're live, 7 p.m. Eastern time. This is our normal game time. Now we got that special game tonight, the Steelers Texans playoff game down at the AC.
Yeah, and don't get on TD for wearing a Periwinkle shirt. He's promised us he's going to put black on before the game.
I should make him put on my Troy Polamalu shirt.
I don't remember promising that, but anyway. And if you're on X, listen, I just dropped a poll on X. Dropped the poll.
There you go, buddy.
Put on a damn shirt.
Yeah, stop embarrassing us.
You got about 2 hours.
Disgusting.
You got about 2 hours. Poll, sons of bitches. You got about 2 hours. Poll on X right now. Who's gonna outsack who? Watt and Company, which is Highsmith and Herbig, or Hunter and Anderson on the Texans. So if you're watching us on YouTube, pick up that post. You got about 2 hours. We're going to talk about that in a little bit. And that's why Mike Lawrence, he says, if the defense can put some pressure on Stroud, he'll panic a bit and throw at least one pick. Yeah, I mean, it is going to be a turnover battle. So, what is the turnover margin? Key stats, edge rushing, sacks, kicker clutch. We just talked about that with Boswell. So what do you guys think? Who's gonna or get on X and register your vote? Who's gonna have more sacks?
Who is gonna have more sacks? TJ Watt, Highsmith, or Danielle Hunter?
I'm including Herbig in that.
No, you're not.
Okay, well, that's what I put in the
He
poll.
put Watt
You mean you put his
so,
his name?
It's,
But
it's
then
basically everybody on the Steelers versus everybody on the Texans.
Oh, okay. Is that what you did?
Yeah.
So it's just who's going to get more sacks is basically all you asked.
Yeah, for the most part.
Okay. All right. So we're playing elementary here. All right. Okay.
We're playing, what did you say, elementary here?
Yeah.
I have to tell you, I'm going to go with the Texans just because TJ Watt has one playoff sack to his record. And he hasn't actually come out and just dominated playoff games. Let's face it. So for him to suddenly find religion and get 3 sacks tonight, I think is unlikely. So I'm going to go with the Texans out sacking the Steelers 2-1.
I don't
think it's going to be a sack fest.
I also went Hunter Anderson just because I simply think that CJ Stroud has the ability to avoid the sack better than Aaron Rodgers does.
Well, I think the Steelers are going to go to their old reliable play. Hurry up and throw the ball. So that means throw it in less than 2 seconds so that you don't get sacked, which means it's going to be the good old field goal-a-thon, as someone once said. That's the way I feel like this is going to go. I'm not happy about that, but I do think it's our best chance at winning. Unless, of course, the Texans come out and score 14 points in the first quarter, which is usually what happens when the Steelers play in the playoffs. And that would be an absolute disaster. It would be the worst thing that could happen. And excuse me if I have all these fears, because the last 6 times it has happened that way. And the last time I was feeling okay about Baltimore, and then it got absolutely smacked in the face by, King Henry. And, the time before that, I believe it was the old Browns loss, smack in the face, or maybe it was another Baltimore loss.
Here's the good news, though,
it's terrible.
Here's the good news, Steve. The last 3 losses were to Mahomes, Lamar Jackson, and Josh Allen.
That's true.
Right? None of them's playing tonight.
That is true.
CJ Stroud, a better opponent in terms of, we're not as fearful of him as those guys.
Yes.
Also, too, the run domination, well, that's a Derrick Henry staple. There is no Derrick Henry tonight or anything even close to it. So I think if you look at those 2 things, this is setting up better for the Steelers than any of these games have in the past. And unfortunately, I think that's what makes us a little bit more nervous, because we're kind of saying to ourselves, like, well, geez, if we can't win this one, are we going to ever win one?
Well, I mean, your point is well taken. Josh Allen, Lamar Jackson. Before that, it was actually Baker Mayfield, who turns out to be a pretty good quarterback.
Yeah.
And Patty Mahomes.
Mm-hmm.
Tom Brady before that. That was the AFC Championship game.
Yep.
And then Joe Flacco before that.
And he's a Super Bowl champion.
So yeah, I guess I can see where you're coming from there.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
All right, guys, listen, I just put a poll up on YouTube as well. If you're watching us on YouTube, again, thanks for being here. I'm always going to do this. Hit that subscribe button, click notifications. You'll know when we're live. We're doing a post-game show. So it's going to be a joyous post-game show, or HJ is going to be throwing F-bombs everywhere. I'm hoping for joyous. Don't start the moaning now, man. Don't.
I'm just sighing. I'm
game.
allowed to be nervous for a playoff game. We haven't won the last 6 times we've done this.
Sigh all you want. Anyway,
we haven't even been competitive the last 6 times.
Listen, what I was trying to say is on YouTube, I put up a poll: more sacks for the Steelers or Texans? Steelers, Texans, currently at 50-50. Click on that. Tell us on YouTube if you're in the chat. Click there and let us know your vote. Feel the Steel is in the house. I love it. All the elements do favor Teflon Don. He's referring to Tomlin, for those of you new to the channel.
Yeah, that's true.
Even the Texan QB, whom to me is another Lamar Jackson, EHO chokes up. What? I'm old. In EHO chokes up. What's that mean? Lamar Jackson, EHO. Is that some sort of? You see that?
EHO. I don't know who EHO, but Feel the Steel will tell us.
Yeah. Who? Oh. Who chokes up? Okay, he corrected himself. Sorry about that.
EHO. Who? Same. Close enough.
Yeah. Big Pun says I'm still traumatized from the Marquise Pouncey snap over Big Ben's head. Look. that's the past. Okay, that's the past.
But it lives within us all.
I know. Just like wide right lives with Pat forever. Okay. Let's go to some thoughts on the quarterback battle. A-Rod versus Stroud. What are your thoughts on how these two are going to play tonight? HJ.
Who versus Stroud?
Yeah. A-Rod.
A-Rod.
Oh, well, I mean, you know Rodgers definitely has the upper hand here. He's been in this situation. He's played in 21 of these damn games. I mean,
Jeff from York. Thank you.
I believe that, that's going to give him the upper hand should the game, be close down the end. Now, it's not going to help him if he has to chuck the ball 50 times. That's not going to work well for Aaron Rodgers. You got to figure he's thinking this could be the last time he's going to be in a playoff game. So he's going to want to come out and be sharp.
Yep.
So I think I'm hoping that he's going to be a little bit more risky with that deep ball. My fear is he's going to be too risky against the two great cornerbacks, and it's going to cost the Steelers. So I just have such mixed emotions when it comes to Aaron Rodgers. I want to put the ball in his hands, but I feel like if you do it too much, you've got to have the right balance. So I mean, I hate to say this, but I would almost rather he throw the ball 5 to 15 yards and don't worry about the deep ball this game, unless he wants to give DK an opportunity deep early in the game. I would be okay with the deep ball early in the game just to loosen up, Stingley and their other guy on the other side. I forget their other cornerback, but he's fantastic too. That's the way I feel about it. I think Aaron has the edge as a veteran later in the game. I don't think anybody has the advantage earlier in the game, to be honest with you.
I just want to give you an update on the poll. It is so far on X at the Sports Porch. Where are we there? The Sports Porch 1. It is 100% the Texans will have more sacks. And on the Google poll, on the YouTube poll, it is 50-50. Woo! So, if you're watching on X,
good Lord,
we'll put another poll up later. Fellas, there are podcasts who bitch on 90 and the money he got. Okay. I love you, Feel the Steel, but you got to understand I'm old. I don't know. I can't always catch up to these,
90 got his black and gold retirement check, and he has won many games for Teflon Dine. You're right, though. 90 has paid his dues. I mean, I don't mean to bash him. It's just that in the playoffs, Feel the Steel, he's been invisible, and that's where you become a real Steeler when you could do it in the playoffs. With or without the money. To me, it's not about the money. It's never been about the money to be a Steeler. It's been about the results in the playoffs. And that's where I have a gripe with 90. 90 does not show up in the playoffs. Hey, prove me wrong tonight, TJ. Come out, get 3 sacks, be dominant, and show the Steelers that the money was well spent and you're going to win a playoff game. Cam's probably going to get a bonus if they win a playoff game. I think that was one of his bonuses.
Was it?
Yeah, I think so. So, hey, play for Cam. How about that?
Yeah.
Force a turnover. Make an impact in the game.
That's what I'm saying. If that can happen, then I'm going to be a little bit higher on number 90. But until he proves that he can do it in the playoffs, I just can't. I can't get behind him being an all-time Steeler great. Just can't do it.
Okay, let's talk about this playoff history. Texans 0-6 in the road. Tomlin 22-3 total. Monday Night Football at home. Does it mean something? I mean, I'm inclined to say that it doesn't mean a lot on the Texan side because 0-6 over. I mean, Stroud. How many road playoff games has he played? 1.
Maybe
he's won a couple playoff games.
Right. Yeah.
So, but at the other side, so it's kind of like that doesn't mean a lot. But the 22-3 record on Monday Night Football for Tomlin, something like that does mean a lot.
I don't think so. I'll tell you why not.
Okay.
All right. I'll tell you why not.
Give it to me.
Let me ask you this: is Ben Roethlisberger playing quarterback tonight?
He is not.
No.
Is James Harrison playing defensive end or edge rusher?
He is not.
Is Troy Polamalu playing safety tonight?
I believe he retired.
Yes. In fact, all those players have retired, and they probably have at least half of those wins, right?
Yeah.
So, no, it doesn't mean anything. If anything, you could maybe even make an argument that it could actually go against the Steelers if they don't get off to a good start. Buddy? And it just so happens that
yeah, we're on.
Yeah. Let's say they don't get off to a good start and fans start booing on 3 and outs, right? It can actually go against them, the home field. So I don't think
the stadiums are rocking down there.
So just so you know that, why it's a little off kilter here, we just have a call into the counselor.
Yeah, we can't hear him.
Who is at the game. He said it's just off the chain down at the stadium. It's loud. It's obnoxious. It's unruly.
That's why I have my Polamalu shirt on now.
Now he looks like a fan.
Here we go.
No more
Steelers.
No more periwinkle. You don't have to send him flowers, okay? TJ Watt is feeling it.
All right. So while what's happening here is Hockey Jesus is talking to the counselor. The counselor has season tickets and playoff tickets, and he's down at Acrisure. We'll get an update from him. I'm going to remove him from the show while the Grand Schwabini and I continue this remarkable and amazing broadcast that you're watching, Steelers playoff pregame on the Sports Porch Black and Gold.
That's what it is.
If you haven't already done it, man, let me tell you something. We have a lot of fun doing this. We're growing our channel a lot. Thousands of percent of growth. I sound like Donald Trump. Thousands of percent, billions of dollars.
The channel's incredible. Yeah. It's absolutely fantastic.
Yeah, no politics here, but what I can tell you is we're growing in the 1,000+% range.
Definitely the best show I've ever watched.
Every month, and that's thanks to you guys watching our shorts and everything. So hit subscribe if you like what you're watching here. We do this all year round, every Sunday, every Monday. God damn it, every Monday night.
Yeah.
7 p.m. Eastern, Steelers post-game, Hockey Jesus. He does Penguins post-game shows. He's actually getting pretty good at it. So
people who don't watch the show, not very smart.
Yeah.
Not very smart, those people.
I agree with you. Here you go. Let's see. Terrible towel. Wait. I think the Texans have an overall dismal record. Are you back with us, HJ?
I'm back.
Okay.
What's the report from the field?
Yeah, let's get a report.
What's the report from the field?
So the report from the field is there, according to Scott, who goes to games, he's a season ticket holder.
Yeah, the counselor. We explained that.
He saw exactly one Houston Texan jersey.
Wow.
So he's saying it's a decided home field advantage. He says feels like a playoff atmosphere. Nobody's down there feeling nervous about the game. So I think all systems go down at the AC. That's what it sounded like to me. He was hoping that Klein was down there to do a belly dance with his shirt off at halftime, but I said, I don't think that's going to happen down at the AC, but you never know what could happen here in the studios in Monroeville.
Listen, I'm beginning to believe that I am going to have to absolutely embarrass myself to get us any traction.
Maybe. So, well, you're going to have to embarrass yourself if you don't win the playoff games. So.
Yeah. Well,
there's always that.
I didn't do too bad this week. I held my own 2-2.
Maybe we should get that over with. Let's do that now.
Yeah, okay. So let's do.
Anyway, down at the AC, everything systems go down there. Everybody's pumped up. The atmosphere is definitely a playoff atmosphere, and there are one Houston Texan down there.
I did see one on TV. So there's two.
He's wearing an Andre Johnson shirt.
Oh, they showed one on TV, so there's two fans at least.
Okay, two fans at the AC. If you see more, let us know.
Okay, so
like who in Houston from like 90-degree weather would bother to come up to Pittsburgh to watch a football game?
Exactly. I mean, and on top of that, they play in a dome, so they wouldn't even know what to do outside.
Right. They're used to like air conditioning for their football games.
Exactly. So, I can see why it's a decided home field advantage. Let's just hope that C.J. Stroud and his basketball skills doesn't automatically shut that off with the first 2 drives.
Let's hope so. Let's hope he doesn't kind of morph back into an Ohio State C.J. Stroud.
Oh, man, let's hope that's not the case.
Okay, while we finish up the show, which is going to go on here for about another half hour, we got to get our porch picks in, and then at the very end, we're going to do our own predictions on certain things. I did drop another poll in YouTube. Who do you think is going to win? Steelers, Texans. So tell us right there.
Boy, that's an interesting poll.
Well, look, man, I'm
That's a
doing
tough
this.
We ask the hard questions here.
I put the Palomalu shirt on.
Hey, at least he did get rid of the periwinkle.
Yeah.
Thank you. Thank you for that.
I'm doing double duty. I'm making up the goddamn polls as we go along, and you guys just want to keep making it more difficult. Come on.
You chose to wear the periwinkle shirt.
I had to bring a shirt for you. I mean, come on.
God.
What's next? You don't have a terrible towel?
My God.
Oh, look, the boys are heading onto the field right now.
Okay,
Aaron
there it
looks
is.
not nervous.
Aaron just did the the
He's got the
chest bump.
Yep.
I got this.
Yep.
I got this. Don't worry, boys.
Okay. Here are the finals from the playoffs. Rams, Panthers, Bears, Packers, Bills, Jags, Eagles, Niners, sorry, Schwaber, Pats, Chargers. Let's do porch picks. Porch picks. This was a bad week for the Grand Schwabini. He was 1-3. He had the Panthers. He had the Packers. He had the Jaguars. And he had the Eagles, but he did have the Patriots.
Oh yeah.
Patriots saved you.
Chris was 2-2. It doesn't matter who I had. I was 2-2. Steve was 3-1. So HJ still in the lead, 32-28. The TD is 29-31.
Weren't there 5 games?
Yes, because this is the next game.
Yeah, the Steelers.
Isn't this the 6th game?
Yeah, one.
No.
There's a
2, 3,
yeah,
4,
but you
5,
but you just said I went 1-3. That's 4 games.
Yeah.
Hold on a second.
I mean, the level
week.
of mathematics on this program
Let's try it again.
is sorely lacking.
Absolutely. I know, and I was in the mortgage business and banking for 32
Oh my
years.
Boy,
God.
I can't imagine how many people you fleeced.
Can you imagine just
Wait,
putting
he
your
did my
money on the
mortgage.
line
Oh,
with him?
God.
Oh my God.
Now tell me you're not better off today. Okay.
Well,
Just give
I
me
don't
that
have my
shit.
mortgage now, so I am better off.
That's
There
right.
you go.
You paid it off. Yeah, I think I did a refi for you too.
Anyway, there goes another $4,000.
Drug him back in with a refi so you could make an extra $4,000 for yourself. Congratulations.
Steve and Chris had the Rams. Steve and Chris had the Rams. Steve and Mark had the Packers. Steve and Mark had the Packers.
Oh my God.
Yeah.
You already did that
Dude,
one.
just stop. Let's move on.
Let's just move on.
Oh
If
my
you
God.
can't do it, you can't do it.
No.
Yeah, if you can't do math, we'll let you know in the post game.
We'll figure it out.
Let it end it up.
Actually, I was 2-3, and Steve was 4-1, and Mark was 2-3 because you guys had the Patriots. I don't think I did the last one.
There you go. 4-1
okay,
sounds much better than 3-1.
Right.
All right. So that being said, we will change that later. Saturday. 4:30 p.m. Eastern Time. Buffalo Bills at the Denver Broncos. Buffalo Bills at the Denver Broncos. What say you?
Well, this is easy. My head is telling me the
Steve.
Broncos.
Mhm.
My heart is telling me the Bills. I'm going with my heart on this one.
Ooh.
And I've also picked the Bills to make it to the Super Bowl.
Ooh.
So I'm going with the Buffalo Bills over Josh Allen over Bo Nix.
I'm going Bo Nix. I believe now. I believe in Sean Payton and Bo Nix. That's how pathetic this football season has become. I'm believing in Bo Nix.
Okay, so Bo Nix. Who do we got here? This was Bills at Broncos.
Bills
That's right.
at Broncos.
Okay, I'm trying to fix things on the fly, which is a really bad idea.
It is a very bad
Okay,
idea.
so you guys, you had the Broncos.
I've got the Bills. It's a
And you've got the
50-50 toss-up.
Yeah, you know what? I think Josh Allen had a road. Jesus.
First road victory ever.
I
You can't
know.
stop him now.
I know. Broncos. Yeah, Josh Allen. I'm going with the Bills. Okay. I'm going with the Bills. There you go. Next game on Saturday at 8 p.m. It is.
Here's the barn burner.
The 49ers. Yes, the 49ers who eked out a victory over the Grand Schwab Eagles last night. Sorry about that.
Son of a gun.
49ers at the Seahawks. HJ.
I've been a Seahawks believer since week 2. And nothing has stopped me from thinking that they're still the number 1 seed in the West. Therefore, I'm going with the Seahawks in a 24-21 victory.
I'm going Seahawks. There's too many injuries on the 49ers side.
Yeah, they're beat up too. Good point.
And they just beat them like 31-3.
Yeah, something like that.
Something like that.
They beat them pretty good.
No coaching issues there.
You guys know how I love Brock Purdy, but I got to tell you the Seahawks defense is really good.
Special teams. They got Sheehan.
I know.
I'm
going with the Seahawks as well.
I would. It would be great. And I'm not going to say it. I'm going to save it for.
Could it be the
game.
Seahawks year? Sam Darnold rises to the occasion.
Yeah. Okay.
Could be, but why not?
It would be shocking.
Sunday, 3 p.m. The Rams at the Bears. Your pick in the comments.
Well, this is also a head versus gut situation. My head says Chicago because they don't seem to they can be beaten. But my gut and my previous picks have told me that the Rams are going to go to the Super Bowl. So I got to stick with my picks from the preseason, and I'm going to stick with the Rams.
I think I'm going to go with the Bears. I think the Rams are just sort of skating by these days.
They are. That's true.
And
Stafford's basically pulling them over the line.
Yeah, and Stafford's, he sprained his finger this week. That doesn't help things.
Sure.
It's hard to believe in the Bears because I believe that they've really played over their heads this year.
Cardiac Bears.
But hey, I guess I'll take a game at home. Tell you what, that Ben Johnson, great coach.
I do like Ben Johnson.
But he is a total jerk, though.
Yeah, the way he did that handshake.
That handshake
what
at
was
the end?
that?
What the hell was that?
Be professional.
That was ridiculous. That was ridiculous.
Yeah.
And did you hear what he was saying in the locker room?
I didn't hear what he said.
Yeah, he was saying, I hate the effing Packers. Like, grow up, you idiot.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Well, I mean, there are some who would argue that's old school football too.
No,
I don't remember old school coaches saying that about the other teams. Players did,
right.
Players did, but coaches never would say that.
Not in that way, but they would voice their displeasure. And Buddy Ryan said a lot of shit.
Buddy Ryan, but that's kind of what it was like. It was like a little bit like Buddy Ryan.
Yeah,
and it was just I just think it's weak.
Back in the day,
you don't have to.
I loved Buddy Ryan even when we were arguing back in the day. I loved him.
I mean, he was fun, but we were also immature children.
Yeah, that's true
at the time. You know what I mean?
Speak for yourself. Right. Okay, so you're going Bears.
You're
going Rams.
Yep, it's another coin toss there, Klein.
I'm going Bears, man. I got to tell you, I could not believe the comeback. I mean,
they've done it all year.
Of course they have.
I think eventually they're going to get burnt by that.
I'm telling you right now,
by a guy named Stafford.
I was paying.
He'd be the guy to do it.
I was paying attention to the game, and after you text me back and we're like, text us back and we're like, hey, they do this, they come back. That's what they do.
Yeah, you said, I hope the Bears make this a game. Yeah. And I said, absolutely they will.
Well, but then there was that touchdown that Green Bay got, and I text you back and said, that's a killer.
Yeah.
I actually thought the game was over. Then I got ready for bed with my wife. We went in there, the whole routine, laid down, clicked on the TV.
So you got a routine before bed?
Yes, we do.
You were going to bed at 6:30.
Yeah. Anyway,
did you lay your clothes out on the?
Yeah. Yes. Yeah. I watered.
Did you set your alarm?
I watered the plants.
Good.
Yeah. I dusted this.
Did you make sure the dogs were in their cages?
They were in their cages. Locked the house up.
Sounds like a great routine.
Anyway, I came back and it looked like the Bears were still down. There were like 5 minutes left and they were down by 16. And I was like, this game is definitely over. And then they won. So I'm going with the Bears. That's why I'm saying.
It was a relative miracle, though. I mean, the fourth down play was a total miracle.
Oh, yeah, absolutely.
Yeah.
No doubt about that.
Yeah.
So
can't count on miracles.
Pat Off Track says there are some idiots in this league.
There are more than some.
Mm-hmm.
There are many.
Quite a many.
I agree.
In this league.
I agree.
Kind of like this room.
Kind of like this room.
Indeed.
Absolutely.
Yep.
Let's
right
see. We got a 75% to 25% victory margin for the Steelers.
Wow.
In the poll on YouTube, not too bad. The Steelers on YouTube,
that's the other
more
guy.
Sacks. So
that was Stingley.
Mm-hmm. So, okay, listen, I want to talk about something on the defense.
Kwame Lassiter is the other guy.
Okay,
right?
I want to fire away.
I want to go back to this because we're going to do our Steelers predictions shortly here, or this game predictions shortly here. How important is it? And this is what I think, truthfully, that one of the biggest keys to the game is that we haven't talked about. It is JPJ on Nico Collins.
If that's what they decide to do,
I think that's
nobody
what
nobody knows that that's what they're actually going to do.
Well, I guess what I'm talking about is they're obviously the run game, which has not been that impressive this year for them, is not something that they're going to try to hammer home. I don't see that happening.
I think they will.
It's possible.
I think that's the wrinkle that the Steelers need to be ready for.
I agree. Over the middle with Dalton Schultz,
that's a problem.
That could be an issue. But that's what happens is now you have that distraction, and I'm what I want to see is the JPJ that improved this year on his positioning and his coverage and the contact he makes, the kind of contact. If we see that, because the guy that was burnt, I think, by Nico Collins 3 years ago, I think he's a different guy now.
Yeah, for sure. I agree.
So, but I do think the Texans are going to try to test that early because, truth be told, that's probably our pizza. If anybody would like to go to the front door, because I don't think my wife is home.
Okay, go on up. We'll take it from here.
We'll take the defensive. We'll take the defensive question from here.
Yes, we'll take it from here.
You have to leave me in here because of the sound. So
that is fine.
Just stay on in.
Don't be afraid. We're not going to cut you out.
Yeah, don't worry.
We
wouldn't
plug
cut
for
you out.
Caliente Pizza and Draft House. This shit is awesome.
Yeah, their wings are pretty good too.
I'm going to say they're okay.
Mark, so what do you think about this defensive defensive situation with JP Jr.?
Well, to be honest, I'm in agreement with you in that I don't know that they're going to have him follow Nico Collins around.
I think that would be a mistake, don't you?
I think you want to mix it up. You want to have a few different people on him so he's not seeing the same thing over and over, and then maybe he figures something out.
I just hate when they switch from that man-to-man to the zone, and then it's like suddenly Ramsey doesn't remember that that's what they're doing, and then they fly right past the safety, and then they're wide open. Everybody's like, I thought you were going to cover him. I thought you were going to cover him. And then, there's that long touchdown.
Right.
That's absolutely the thing that scares the hell out of me.
Yeah.
I'm not worried about JP Jr. getting a pass interference penalty against Nico Collins.
Yeah.
I'm okay with that. In fact, most of JP Jr.'s pass interferences usually are within the 10, 15 yard mark anyways.
Right.
Rarely do you see him take a pass interference penalty that's deep. Like he got toasted and he's got his hands up like this, and the guy's trying to come back from the ball, right?
Yeah, not this year.
So I'm not so worried about that, and I'm not and also not worried about getting a 10 or 15 yard penalty. If it's 3rd and 12 and they throw the flag because that happened. So I don't think that's a big deal. I think the opposite is true. The Houston Texans defense, here's where I think they've got an advantage. They got Shire, who I think is a really good linebacker, he could easily shut down Kenny Gainwell's catches. And if he does that, what is Aaron Rodgers going to do? They're going to have to pivot away from that.
Yeah,
because that's what they do, right? They everybody knows they want to throw it to Kenny Gainwell out the flat so he can get his 5-yard catch and his 6-yard run, and there's a first down. If Shire can shut that down by basically tackling him as he's catching the ball, that's going to be a big problem for the Steelers because they rely on that pass a lot, especially the quick pass like that.
True.
And then if Rodgers has to hold on to the ball, he could be a potential sack problem, which means he could be a potential fumble problem. Because everybody knows you hit Aaron Rodgers hard enough, he's going to fumble the ball. I mean, the guy's fragile, and he just broke his hand in 2 places.
Right.
So it's not like he's going to be able to hold on to the ball really well when those guys are coming at him at 18 miles per hour and hitting him right in the face. So that's where I think the Texans defense can stand out against the Steelers. If the Steelers can hold that off, then I think we've got a game. But I just see so many ways for the Texans to blow this game up. And that's, I don't see a way for the Steelers to blow this game up. I just don't see it.
I want to address this comment here by Fish. Fish, if you're not a subscriber already, do it. At the Sports Porch Podcast on YouTube.
Why? What's the benefit to Fish?
The benefit to Fish is that he or she, or if it really is a fish,
wonder how we sound underwater.
We have a few fish subscribers.
You think so?
We got a swordfish. We got a shark.
Do we have a marlin?
I don't think we have any marlins, but we did get a barracuda who signed up yesterday.
I'm going to address this right now. Can't remember a playoff game being played on Monday night ever. Is this something new?
Last year it was, wasn't it?
I look, the power
they did last year.
The power of Gemini.
It's been a couple years now.
The power of Gemini. Tonight is one, obviously. January 15th, 2024. The Bucks defeated the Eagles 32-9.
I remember it well.
16th of Jan, 2023. The Cowboys defeated the Bucks 31-14. Tom Brady's final NFL game was a Monday night playoff game. January 17th of 2022, the Rams.
I think we got it. We understood.
What was that score?
34-17.
So these games are not close. That's not good.
That's
That's not good.
Yeah.
Thanks for making us look that up, Fish. Now I'm officially worried. I went from I went from worried to panic mode now.
I wonder what it means actually. Is it because usually the team that gets the Monday night means it's one of the teams that played the Sunday night football game in the last week. So that team wins. Is it the winning team that comes out and wins, or is it the team that's had much more rest comes out and wins?
Well, you tell me. The Eagles were one of those games.
Yeah, the Eagles were the rested team.
Yeah, they were the rested.
And the Bucks had to get in. And then they just went with the momentum.
So in this case, it would be the Steelers, right?
Steelers,
because the Texans basically said, you got nothing to play for. It doesn't really matter.
Right. Although I believe when the Cowboys won, they had rested, and the team that they beat had just got in.
So there's no one-way street here.
No. So
there's no magic formula for this. Who gets blown out?
50-50.
Yeah, for sure. Hey, Brad Trombley's in the house. Hey, Brad, what's up?
What's up, Brad?
Hey, Brad, thanks for putting that jersey in the mail. Can't wait to get it.
Okay. I want to encourage everybody. I'm trying to, again, doing 15 things at once here, but this is exciting. If you're watching us, thanks for being here. I want you to remember that we do have the post-game show right after the game, right here. We're going to be talking what the hell happened, or on to New England. And speaking of, let's just pretend. I know we don't want to. I know we don't want to put the cart before the horse, but we'll make it real simple and real quick.
Okay.
They win this game.
Yes.
Can they beat the Patriots?
No.
I'm not even talking about it. I'm not going to.
Well, I mean, look. No. First of all, that was an insensitive question.
I've been known for things.
It was. I mean, most consecutive playoff losses. Oh boy, this is not one you want to be a part of.
This is not a team you want to. This is not a team you want to be part of.
No.
Marvin Lewis, Marty Schottenheimer.
For everybody listening and watching in the studio over here, we got a big screen, and they're showing on ESPN the most consecutive playoff losses. Mike Tomlin's number 2 on the list was 6, behind Marvin Lewis of the Bengals was 7. So yeah, we don't want to
approaching Marvin Lewis territory.
We don't want to see that.
I mean, it's already bad.
Yeah.
Where it is.
Yes.
I guess the bottom line is it could get worse.
Yeah, I mean the thing that's colliding here are two different things: the Monday Night Football record versus the playoff losing record. Right. These two things, something's going to give here. The question is, which one is it going to be?
Right.
And I can't answer that question. If I'm a betting man, and I'm not, I would bet that the Steelers' playoff drought would continue, just because I don't see anything that makes me feel like they're changing their ways to become suddenly better than the Houston Texans defense. I just don't see it.
Yeah,
I mean, I guess that. Potentially it could be DK, right? That it could be DK, but nobody thinks that Jaylen Warren and Kenny Gainwell are going to be able to run the ball on this team. So now they become one-dimensional. So that means not only does Aaron Rodgers have to dodge the rush, he's got to get it to DK so that DK can run and get down the field. That just doesn't sound like it's going to happen. I mean, I want it to happen, and I'm hoping that if it can happen early, that it can continue to happen. That's what I'm hoping for. That's what I'm hoping the Steelers come out and get the ball first, or the defense makes a splash play early. They got to keep the fans into the game. If they can do that, then they got a chance at this, because I think the home field advantage can really work for the Steelers, and that's why they've had this Monday Night Football, 23 consecutive straight wins in Monday Night Football, is because the fans stay into the game, and they want to be there, and then they just propel the Steelers to victory.
Okay, so I want to get one last comment in here, and then we're going to get our predictions for the game and bust out of here, because I still have to upload this as a podcast, which you can get on Spotify, iHeartRadio app, Apple Podcasts, or anywhere you get your freaking podcasts.
And did you pick up the pizza?
And the pizza, that was not the pizza guy. The pizza guy is on the way. I got my DoorDash app out, so we're good. And also, I got to cut the shorts. I got to upload the video. I got to do all this work.
Sounds like you got stuff to do.
Well, these guys are asking.
Sounds like a complainer
for fucking pizza.
All right, Field. Steel, let's go. Come on now.
All right, cheers to Sports Porch. Come on,
here we go.
Bring it. 90, bring it. Post game show. Don't want you to forget about that. I did put a post up on Twitter, on X, win or lose. We got the win or lose up on YouTube. And I want you to drop your final score prediction for the Steelers and the Texans in the chat. Drop it in the chat. Boys, give us a final prediction. HJ, you're the resident Yinzer. Score. I'm going to and write it down, or I'll write it down.
Well, I took the Steelers in this game. So if the Steelers are going to win, they're going to have to win 21-17.
Okay, Grand Schwabini.
Can I change my pick?
I don't care what you do. This is just,
I'm going to change the pick.
All right.
I did not. I was not encouraged by the pregame warm-ups of C.J. Stroud.
You were very taken aback by it.
Yes, I was. So I'm going to change the pick. I am going to go Steelers are going to win this game, and it is going to be 24-20.
Okay, and TD, this is crazy, man. I'm going to go Steelers, and I think it's going to be a lot bigger than that. I think it's going to be 35-24. I think they're going with the over. This is unpredictable. It's
unpredictable.
Look,
you're thinking Kenny Gainwell's going to eat.
Yeah, he's going to eat, man.
Yeah.
DK Metcalf's going to eat. The defense is going to eat. This is for all the marbles.
That's way over, Pat.
And there was a comment earlier from somebody. I don't have time to put it up right now, but They said, do you think Tomlin will be fired after this game? Blah, blah, blah. For all of the stuff, and we'll probably have this discussion after the game if they lose. But for all of that kind of stuff, man, even though we think and everybody thinks that the leadership will never fire Tomlin, look, let's be honest. If they get blown out in this game,
Tomlin's still not getting fired.
I get it, but it's going to be it's going to be really hard after Harbaugh got fired. That's the whole point. So I think that that Tomlin will get these guys up for this game. So over. Yes, Pat off track.
Way over.
What does he have to do differently to get the guys up for this game as compared to the Cleveland Browns game?
Well, I mean, look, he's
with a playoff berth on the line.
He's a wordsmith. It's about the collaborative buying into the weighty downs and making good football decisions.
We're not going to drop the anchor on our ship right now.
That's right.
Hey, feel this deal. If the Texans beat the Steelers 3-2, I'm buying you season tickets.
All right, listen, guys. Game starts in 15, 20 minutes. Thanks for being here on the Sports Porch Podcast.
Here we go. Let's go, boys.
Remember, hit that subscribe button. Come back for the post-game show. We'll be putting stuff out on social media during the game. Grab your pizza, drink responsibly, eat your wings. Have a great game.
Or drink irresponsibly as long as you have a ride home.
Drink irresponsibly, get an Uber, and we'll see you after the game, guys. That's it. I'm your TD. I'm out for now. You blondes.